Hey everybody, we are a day after getting my driver's license here renewed. It's been a year, been driving for a year here. It's been quite the experience, I should say. All the cameras and everything, that they use for watching people, whether it's speeding or if you're wearing your seatbelt or whatever. All the different laws they have here, a little bit different than what we're used to in America. So yeah, I went yesterday and went to the Department of Motor Vehicles and took all the necessary documents that I needed to take with me. Translated driver's license, some new pictures. They got to be less than 6 months old. If they're over 6 months, you got to retake your pictures. Like 10 RMB, which is only a little over $1, so no big deal. And the cost of the driver's license, if you were just doing a operator's license, was I think 10 RMB, which is still, renew your license for a little over $1 is not much. But I had my cycle endorsement added, and that was another 10 RMB, so less than $3 for a renewed license. And I added my cycle endorsement, so if I want to, I can ride a motorcycle over here. So along with that, I wanted to talk a little bit about the translations of the of anything, any document. Over here they don't translate abbreviations very well. So if you're going to have a document translated, you really need to find your abbreviations and then spell them out so they can be translated correctly. On a driver's license in America, endorsement is abbreviated as END, which actually, if you look at it, means end. And when it was translated here, it's translated as termination. So they didn't know what the CY was for. So we had to go on the website, michigan.gov, and find a explanation of what CY was what it meant. And then we finally was able to, their so-called maybe management or leader there decided that, okay, we'll give him the CY endorsement, the cycle endorsement, which is an E over here. But I had to take a test, and I figured maybe this test is going to be kind of, like a, I don't know, eye examination test or something like that, or whatever. But it was kind of like more or less like a cognitive thinking test. It was a test that had circles and shapes and colors and numbers and true and false and multiple choice, and then you just had to pick the right answer describing if it was which one was close to you, what sequence they were in, right, left, blah blah blah. So it wasn't a big deal. I scored 100% on a test that probably I really didn't even need, but they have to do that, especially if you are applying for a cycle endorsement. So anyway, yeah, that was what we did yesterday. I got my cycle endorsement now, and it's been a year of driving over here with a car. We've been enjoying our Neo E6. I've learned a lot about the charging systems and how you plan your routes and things like that, and it's pretty simple. Not hard to get used to. But one big thing too is, they use a camera system and everything over here, and so your telephone is linked to your driver's license, and your driver's license is linked to the car that you drive. And usually it's on an app. You get set up on an app, and then if you have any tickets or anything, it will, show you on the app that, hey, you just got a ticket, blah blah blah, yesterday at such and such a place, and you got to pay your ticket or whatever. So I never seen any of those, never got a notification, and so I figured, I'm home free, but you know what? Let's wait until we get to the DMV and go through my licensing and see if that's all true. So we get there and we get my license and everything's good to go and I have no violations. Well, that was kind of amazing because I know I ran like 3 red lights, not on purpose, but they were red about the time that I hit the intersection, or I was following a semi one time, and I was I was right behind the semi, I couldn't see the lights, so I ran that red light. Speeding, you never know exactly which camera's working and if they're going to register in your car, because in America we had the old fuzz buster. They tell you where the cops were sitting, the radar detectors, whatever. Well, here the navigation system set up on your car will tell you where the cameras are at least which ones are active and the ones that it can pick up. So I just go by that, and I go and when we go to Shenzhen, I know where they're at, so I just slow down, speed up. That's what everybody does around here. They slow down, then they speed up, and they drive like crazy. But I escaped 1 year, safe driving, no accidents, didn't hurt anybody, didn't touch anybody, didn't touch another vehicle, no speeding tickets, and hey, kudos to my driving. But if you're going to drive here in China and you do the 1 year driver's license, and you're over 60, I think you got to hit 70, and then you got to take the same test I did, a similar test, the cognitive type test. But if you're going to add an endorsement, like you want to ride a motorcycle, then you're going to have to take that test, and it's nothing. It's not a big deal. Very easy to take. And then, like I said, 20 RMB, which is less than $3 American to get your driver's license renewed for another year. So, hey, I don't know if I'm going to get me a motorcycle, but it's been on my mind. So that way I can just go out in the country and take a little ride and break the boredom. So anyway, peace out, everybody. Stay safe. Happy New Year.